defining moments in the history of Kenya. He was there when the country experienced an attempted coup in 1982 and was detained for several months. He was there when the Ford movement began to agitate for multi-party democracy in 1992. He was instrumental in the removal of President Moi's government and KANU party in 2002. He was there when elections went badly wrong in 2007 and the nation entered one of its darkest moments in history. He's here now with me and a new initiative to define the next phase of Kenyan politics. Right Honorable Raila Odinga, welcome to the NTV Weekend Edition.
Thank you, Joe.
Let me, welcome you with a handshake. The famous one.
Thank you.
Now, you've been in power for, I don't know, you've been in active national politics for pretty much almost 30 years now. My question is, what legacy have you had so far?
Well, legacy, of course, is something that is after you're gone. But I think that I feel that I have made a contribution to change and reform in our country during this period of time.
What kind of changes, what kind of transformation? Just some highlights.
As you know, when we came in first, when the country was turned into a single party dictatorship. It was way back in 1981. By that time, we had been trying to form a party because, as you know, that there was exclusion. KANU was a closed shop. During the election time, some people were not being allowed to run, supposedly because they had not had a change of heart. So when we came together to try to form a party in 1981, they quickly rushed to Parliament and introduced Section 2 of our Constitution, which made the country a de jure one-party dictatorship. That, in my view, is what actually gave rise to what happened in August '82. Then thereafter, of course, as you know, we were arrested. We were then detained. Spent 6 years, that first time, in detention. And when I came out, and I stayed away from only 6 months, then I was taken back again for another year. Came out, I spent 1 year outside, and this other time again, I teamed up with Kenneth Matiba and Charles Rubia to press for a repealing of Section 2A. Again, we were arrested, and you know, just on the eve of Sabasaba, and we were taken again to detention. So that was my third detention, and I only escaped a fourth detention by running into exile.
When you went to Norway?
When I went to Norway. But then that was the time when we had started Ford as a pressure group to pressure the government to repeal Section 2A. So I've been outside there, and I've formed a movement outside, supporting the movement internally. And through this combination of the struggle, we managed to have Section 2A repealed. Then I came back from the exile and joined Ford. Then we went for the elections of '92. As you know, unfortunately, the opposition again split before the elections and lost the elections in spite of the fact that we got the majority of the votes. And then thereafter, we pressed for change, because though they repealed Section 2A, they did not remove the laws which had made it easy for the government to oppress the people. And come 96, 97, we put more pressure. No reforms, no elections. Stopping the reading of the budget in 1997, ending up with the IPPG, which then came up with some fundamental changes, repeal of most of those oppressive laws, although the reforms themselves were not sufficient to ensure free and fair elections of that year.
And in all those years, Mr. Odinga, what is your biggest regret?
I think that we made a big regret was the split of the opposition movement in 1992, which was basically because of opportunism and ethnicity. If the opposition had been united, he would have won the elections, particularly the presidential elections,
because
hands down.
Collectively you had enough numbers.
We had the numbers. See, we got 64% of the vote. Moi only got 36%, but he managed to win the presidential vote because ours was split among the three top candidates, Matiba, Kibaki, and Jaramogi. To me, that was a fatal mistake by the opposition. But it also actually signified the divisive nature of our politics, that ethnicity was playing a very, very fundamental role in our society.
An issue we still have today.
Exactly.